At the beginning of December 2022, the Chinese government fully lifted the previous strict control measures that had lasted for 3 years, and Chinese people could now move around freely. Tofu Dreg projects and dark food technology, which had previously been quiet, also came back to life. Only the epidemic is still going on, and the virus is still breaking out in a tsunami-like scale. This is a luxury apartment in Beijing, which is said to be worth US $2.95 million. The lady came home from work and saw this scene. Even luxury apartments can't escape the fate of being tofu dregs. It's even more common in the average residential neighborhood. This is a neighborhood in Tianjin with a serious water leak. As it's wintertime, the neighborhood has become an ice skating rink. By January 2023, all the amusement parks in China have opened up as well. Driven by the Lunar New Year spirit, it is common for the Chinese who have been locked up for too long to visit the amusement park for fun and relaxation. But unfortunately here, the amusement park sledgehammer malfunctioned and visitors were left hanging upside down in the air.
Wow, it's been quite a while. People hanging upside down like this will be oxygen deprived.
There is something even more unfortunate. It was the first day after the Lunar New Year, and a hot air balloon in a scenic spot in Sichuan province went up in the air and exploded. The hot air balloon exploded. Here is the Drunken Flower Valley. The steel rope broke and the hot air balloon went up and couldn't come down. My goodness, it was so high. It's terrible. All the balloons flew up, leaving the steel rope. The steel rope is broken. This is terrible. A hot air balloon exploded and now dropped down. The relevant departments come and save people. There are still people up there. The hot air balloon is said to have exploded after rising to a height of 1,000 meters. 4 tourists fell from the height, including a child. 3 people were seriously injured, and 1 died after an attempted resuscitation. As it enters 2023, a business owner previously restrained by the epidemic lockdowns begins to work on resuming production, but his plant is destroyed by a snowstorm. Oh no, it's like this. More than 1 million or US 150,000 was invested and it's all crushed. What should I do? It was just built and hadn't made any money yet. Such a tofu dreg factory isn't just a few. Drivers who are free to return to the road must be careful to stay safe. Sometimes they also need some luck. You see, good and bad outcomes are just a matter of thought. I was going to park here, but then I thought, forget it, I'll park there. I had just finished parking the car when the wall collapsed. Where did this fire come from? It turned out to be a high voltage line on the road that caught fire. Fire may not be the worst. For many drivers, the ice in winter is worse. This is a road in the central province of China. The road is icy and the sedan is skidding. Perhaps you will say that icy roads aren't considered tofu dreg projects, but many roads in China, especially highways, freeze badly in winter. So, is that another form of tofu dreg construction? This is a road in Guizhou province on January 16, 2023, where people use gas to heat up the road to melt the ice in order to prevent vehicles from skidding. Are those people making a big deal out of it? If you watch the video next, you won't likely be thinking so. This is another road in Guizhou province. Look at all these cars overturned due to icy roads. Xi'an, an ancient city that was once the capital of 13 dynasties. The city isn't flooded, but the underground water pipes are broken. The Lunar New Year, also known as Chinese New Year, is the most important festival for the Chinese people. For the Chinese, it is the true beginning of the New Year. Many people burn incense and worship Buddha at home or in temples to seek protection from the deities, avoid disasters, and receive peace and good fortune. Having gone through a turbulent 2022, one can imagine the inner insecurity of the Chinese people when facing the tsunami of the epidemic upon entering the year 2023. Thus, we see the unprecedented towering incense. I'll show you what it means to burn high incense.
Look, such a huge incense. When I look back, wow, there are so many such giant incenses. How much does it cost? How long is it going to take to burn? I've never seen anything like this before.
For some of the faithful, the year 2023 is indeed unpredictable. They went to the temple on the first day after the New Year to worship Buddha, but the Buddha statue collapsed. What matched the epidemic is the distinctive Chinese manufactured products. At a time when thermometers were widely needed, many Chinese are confused by them. Do I have a fever or not?
Just now, I accidentally broke the thermometer. My son helped to buy 4 from the pharmacy, 9 yuan a piece. 4 pieces cost 36 yuan. It doesn't matter if the price increases. A while ago, I bought 2 online for 5 yuan including shipping. Now it's 9 yuan each. I understand the price increase, but you must be accurate, right? You see, 4 thermometers give 4 different readings. The difference is so big. Look, everyone, are they reliable or not?
Damn thermometer manufacturers, this electronic thermometer is 38.2 degrees Celsius. This is 36.8 degrees. This is 37.2 degrees. This, 37 degrees. This one, 36 degrees. How many degrees is my body temperature? Are you playing with me? Before and after the Chinese New Year, how can there be without feasting? The Chinese pronunciation of orange is close to the pronunciation of auspicious, so the orange is regarded as a fruit of great luck and great fortune. People eat them themselves or buy them as gifts for relatives or friends. The Chinese New Year is a season when oranges are in high demand. Are you preserving the oranges? How long will they stay fresh? Until next year. What about the consumers who eat them and have their health damaged? If people know, they won't dare to eat them. Don't dare to eat? There were so many oranges before. Who ate them? This is how they are handled every year. You guys, these oranges are definitely inedible. Look at the potion that is all white. I'll be honest with you. From now on, I am afraid to come to you to buy oranges. Since there are oranges, we have always handled them in this way, to keep them fresh. 30 years, 40 years ago, they were kept fresh like this. At that time, there wasn't even this kind of solution. You won't eat them yourselves, right? These oranges can't even be washed clean when they are taken home. People who choose to go to the restaurant most likely won't have the chance to see this scene. Yes, this is the rumored gutter oil. The 2 staff members readily retrieved 2 bowls of oil from the garbage can and sent them directly to the restaurant. It's hard to escape China's growing array of dark food technology even when you cook at home. Today, we take you to the vegetable market to buy green onions so that you can see that the green onions we eat in the city are basically dyed. In the past, if you were illiterate, life would be difficult. Now, even when you are not illiterate, you also have to learn some chemical terms, so that when you shop, you can read ingredients lists to tell those high-tech foods. The green onions have been bought. They were bought from a vegetable market and 3 supermarkets. From the color of these 3 is on the dark side. The possibility of dyeing is very high. This color is a little lighter, and the possibility of dyeing is less. I prepared 4 sheets of paper towels. Let's test. Wipe it once. The color is particularly dark. Blue is very obvious. It must be dyed. Let's try this one now. This one is bought from a supermarket. The color is also relatively dark. It has also been dyed. This one is from a supermarket. Then, let's look at this one. The color is a little lighter, but it still has blue. Let's look at the top part. Generally, this part is more obvious. See, the dye is very obvious. This color is lighter. This should not have been dyed. But I bought stuff from this supermarket before where it was dyed. It has been several times when stuff is dyed, but this time they didn't dye. Dyeing is basically using a substance named blue vitriol. It's mainly to play the role of freshness, but also to make the vegetables look fresh. After the color becomes darker, it looks fresher than the yellowing vegetables. Since almost a year ago, in our neighborhood supermarket, you can't buy green onions without dyeing. This is how technology changes our life.